So let's talk about Pierce Brosnan's final outing as James Bond 007 in Die Another Day. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews presents the summer of 007. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. As you can see, I'm right back in this other bedroom again due to the fact that my bedroom's once again going under repairs and what have you. But that's for my reasons, so I'm not giving the whole world this info. For now, I'm giving you another review of James Bond. If you haven't seen my reviews of the other films and the two rankings for Sean Connery and Roger Moore, I advise you to click on the card coming up right about now for the take you to the playlist so you can catch what you might have missed or see my reviews or rankings again. A few more seconds. Okay, now let's talk about Die Another Day, released by MGM in 2002 in the US and while Fox released it internationally. This was the 20th James Bond film produced by Eon Productions, produced by Michael G. Wilson and Barbara Broccoli, The film was directed by Lee Tamahori. And of course, this came out when James Bond celebrated his 40th anniversary of hitting the big screen in Dr. No. This featured Pierce Brosnan in his fourth and final outing as James Bond. And it was also the only film to have the new Q, a short-lived one, John Cleese, and the last with Samantha Bond as Miss Moneypenny. Dame Judi Dench returns as M, and also we have Halle Berry as NSA agent Giacinta Jinx Johnson. Of course, that's the Bond girl. In this film, Bond attempts to locate a mole in British intelligence who betrayed him and a British billionaire who is later revealed to be connected to a North Korean operative that he seemingly killed. So let's get into the story. MI6 agent James Bond infiltrates a North Korean military base where Colonel Tan Sun Moon is illegally trading weapons for African conflict diamonds. After Moon's right-hand man Zhao is contacted by an unknown source who reveals Bond's true identity, Moon attempts to kill Bond and the hovercraft chase ensues. Ending with Moon's apparent death, Bond survives but is captured by North Korean soldiers and imprisoned by the Colonel's father, General Moon. After 14 months of captivity and torture at the hands of the Korean People's Army, Bond is traded for Zhao in a prisoner exchange. He is sedated and taken to meet M, who informs him that his status as a 00 agent has been suspended under suspicion of having leaked information under duress to the North Koreans. Bond is convinced that he has been set up by a double agent in the British government. After escaping MI6 custody, he discovers that he is in Hong Kong, where he learns from Cheng, a Chinese agent and old colleague, that Zhao is in Cuba. In Havana, Bond meets NSA agent Jinx Johnson. I'm not going to really say her first name again, so I humbly apologize. And the two have a one-night stand. Bond later follows her to a gene therapy clinic where patients can have their appearances altered through DNA restructuring. Bond locates Zhao inside the clinic and attempts to kill him, but Zhao escapes after a scuffle, leaving behind a pendant which leads Bond to a cache of diamonds identified as conflict diamonds but bearing the crest of the company owned by British billionaire businessman Gustav Graves. Bond learns that Graves only appeared a year prior, apparently discovering a vein of diamonds in Iceland, leading to his current wealth, celebrity, and philanthropy from its assets. At Blade's Club in London, Bond meets Graves along with his assistant Miranda Frost, who is also an undercover MI6 agent. After a fencing battle, Bond is invited by Graves to Iceland for a scientific demonstration. Shortly afterwards, M tells Bond of MI6's doubts about about Graves. Excuse me. He restores Bond's 00 status and offers assistance in the investigation. At his ice palace adjacent to the diamond mine site in Iceland, Graves unveils a new orbital mirror satellite called Icarus, which is able to focus solar energy on a small area and provide year-round sunshine for crop development. Bond seduces Frost, and Jinx infiltrates Graves' command center, but is captured by Graves and Zhao. Bond rescues her and discovers that Graves is in fact Colonel Moon, who has used the gene therapy technology to change his appearance and amassed his fortune from sale of the conflict diamonds as a cover for his true plans. Bond confronts Graves, but Frost arrives to reveal herself as the traitor who betrayed Bond in North Korea, forcing Bond to escape from Graves' facility. Bond returns in his Aston Martin V12 Vanquish to rescue Jinx, who has been recaptured in the palace. As Graves uses Icarus to melt the ice palace, Zhao pursues Bond into the palace using his Jaguar XKR. Bond kills Zhao by causing a giant ice chandelier to fall onto him, and revives Jinx after she has almost drowned. Now for the ending. You know the procedure like always. 5 seconds to stop, go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, continue on. Here we go, right about now. Okay, you've been warned. Bond and Jinx pursue Graves and Frost to the Korean peninsula and stow away on Graves' cargo plane. Graves reveals his identity to his father and the true purpose of the Icarus satellite: to cut a path through the Korean demilitarized zone with concentrated sunlight, allowing North Korean troops to invade South Korea, defeat the United Nations command forces of both U.S. and South Korean troops, and unite the peninsula under the flag of the DPRK, horrified that it would potentially trigger World War III with the United States. General Moon tries to stop the plan, but Graves murders him. Bond attempts to shoot Graves, but he is prevented by a soldier. In their struggle, a gunshot pierces the fuselage, causing the plane to descend rapidly. Bond and Graves engage in a fistfight, and Jinx attempts to regain control of the plane. Frost attacks Jinx, forcing her to defend herself in a sword duel. After the plane passes through the Icarus beam and is further damaged, Jinx kills Frost. Graves attempts to escape by parachute, but Bond opens the parachute, pulling Graves out of the plane and into one of its engines, killing him and disabling the Icarus beam. Bond and Jinx escape from the disintegrating plane in a helicopter from the cargo hold, carrying away Graves' stash of diamonds. End of story. So, what did I think of Die Another Day? I'm gonna say it's probably one of a pretty underrated movie. While despite getting mixed reviews like the last movie, well, and the movie before that, the film does, however, include references to each of the preceding films. But anyway, critics did praise Lee Tamahori's direction. I really appreciate that. Yes, he did a very good job. Many disliked its over-reliance on CGI, product placement, and its unoriginal plot. Well, the plot isn't completely too bad, as well as the villain. They say not good. Well, I'd say I don't factually agree with that or anything. I've seen Die Another Day a few times, but I don't usually have recollection of some of it though. But anyway, yeah, I do recall this did have a lot of CGI over reliance, which that's understandable. Product placement, well, I can't guarantee I can remember that though. But overall, we did have again, a good direction by Lee Tamahori. David Arnold's score wasn't too bad. Aside from our cast, which we have James Bond once again played by Pierce Brosnan for the final time, and Halle Berry as Jinx Johnson. We have Toby Stephens as Graves, Rosamund Pike as Miranda Frost, Rick Yoon as Zhao, and of course we also have Dame Judi Dench as M, and John Cleese in his only performance as the new Q. Samantha Bond as Miss Moneypenny, of course. Anyway, we also have Will Yun Lee as Colonel Tan Sun Moon. Let's see, we also have Colin Salmon back on board as Charles Robinson. That's M's Deputy Chief of Staff. Yes. Anyway, we also even have an appearance by the Queen of Pop herself, Madonna, who actually performs the theme song to the movie as Graves and Frost's fencing instructor, Verity. Yeah, the theme song by Madonna was exceptionally pretty good, and apparently it became a big hit, especially on the dance chart. Now there was to be a spin-off of the film, but anyway, that would serve as a Winter Olympics alternative to the main series. But anyway, and it would be based on the character of Wai Lin from Tomorrow Never Dies, but however, after much speculation of an imminent movie of this, of course, MGM canceled it and decided to reboot James Bond 4 years later with Casino Royale, which that will be starring the Daniel Craig movies on August 23rd. So be on the lookout for that. But with a pretty good cast, a reasonable story, and some pretty good music and good direction, would I recommend Die Another Day? Well, I'd say give it a one-time watch. If you're a die-hard James Bond fan, if you're a completionist, again, give it a one-time watch. And if you're not satisfied, then I can't say I didn't try. But even so, I think Die Another Day is pretty underrated, but I think it's pretty cool in some ways. But anyway, but this isn't the end of the summer 007. Like I said, I will continue with Casino Royale on the 23rd this month. But however, it's not over yet because, well, very soon, this weekend, I will be ranking all 4 Pierce Brosnan movies. So be on the lookout for that. So anyway, what are your thoughts on Die Another Day? Please tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button below. Subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a re-review of I was about to say D, that's the new one. It's gonna be the first Suicide Squad. Sorry, I've just been having a little bit of a messed up day in ways. But anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other movies and what have you. If you like, check out my review of Black Widow in the upper left-hand corner, or see my review of Jungle Cruise in the upper right-hand corner, or if you want a little more Halle Berry, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of a movie she had appeared in before Die Another Day, and that would be in the original X-Men, which you can also see her in some other X-Men movies if you go to the playlist. If you go to my channel, and the bottom right corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.